Hey, what's going on? It is yours truly, Timothy J. Jones. Thank you for stopping by the State of the NFL podcast. I ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is a channel where we talk about some of the hottest topics in all of the NFL. Hey, what's going on, sports fans? My name is TJ Jones, and welcome to another edition of the State of the NFL podcast. It's a podcast where we talk about some of the hottest topics in all of the National Football League. And like always, before we get started, I ask that you hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel to grow. I would really appreciate that. On this edition, we're going to be talking about the Indianapolis Colts and them shocking the NFL world by electing Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback over Anthony Richardson. I mean, this was a tad bit shocking, but in some ways, it's really not. But let's go ahead and look at the tail of the tape. Let's talk a little bit about Daniel Jones. Of course, we know he was the 6th pick overall back in 2019. He came out of Duke, and he was supposed to be the replacement for Eli Manning. He had the talent, skill set. They thought in New York that they finally found somebody that can be that true successor to Eli Manning. And, you know, he had some good times. I mean, I think his best year came in 2022, where Brian Daboll became the head coach, and he had his best number statistically. I mean, he threw for 3,200 yards, had a passer rating of 92.5, and he got himself paid, man. He got a 4-year, $160 million contract, and, you know, they felt like they had the right coach, conjoined with the quarterback, but everything just kind of went downhill. He tore his ACL, came back, and just had up and down play before that. And then once he came back, I mean, it was even worse. So the Giants decided to release him. He goes to the Vikings, and then now he's with the Indianapolis Colts. And he was competing this offseason with Anthony Richardson, who the Indianapolis Colts just recently drafted not too long ago, back in 2023, as the 4th pick overall. Look, everybody knows Anthony Richardson is talented. He has the arm talent. I was actually in attendance at the NFL Combine when everybody was just going absolutely insane at some of the throws he was making, just how effortlessly he was throwing the ball down the field 60 and 70 yards. Guys built like a tank. And, they felt like he had some upside. And he started off his career very promising. It was a very electrifying performance. I can remember his NFL debut. Then, of course, he had the shoulder injury. He was lost for the season. And when he came back, it was some up and down play. I mean, you can't shy away from these statistics. I mean, he completed 50% of his passes throughout his NFL career, 11 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Now, he does have 10 rushing touchdowns, which, everybody knows how athletic he is. I'm going to say this. There's a few factors that I'm pretty sure went into this decision by going with Daniel Jones over Anthony Richardson. Number one, I feel like Shane Steichen has pretty much told the entire world that he senses the pressure of possibly losing his job at the end of the season. Chris Ballard, who is the general manager of the Indianapolis Colts, probably feels the pressure of possibly being fired at the end of the season. Look, unfortunately, the Indianapolis Colts lost their owner, Jim Irsay. He passed away earlier this year, and now his daughter, Carly Irsay Gordon, has taken over. She's running football operations. And look, we know that I'm pretty sure she wants to build the team in her image, just like her grandfather did, just like her dad did. And, this is a results-driven business, the NFL. It doesn't matter how much somebody may like you or respect you. It's about how you get things done. Can you get things done? And the Indianapolis Colts have fallen flat on their face. I think they went with Daniel Jones, as crazy as this sounds, because they feel like he is more of a safe bet over Anthony Richardson. And I'm also going to say this. Anthony Richardson didn't really do himself any favors, not really getting any better when it comes to his accuracy, being erratic with his play, and also the biggest knock that you can put on a guy who is a player, especially a quarterback in the National Football League, is that they're not mentally tough. And I just think that the fact that he tapped his helmet to come out of the game after a rush, I think it still sits in the mind of not only Indianapolis Colts fans, but that front office as well. And I just think that that just is conjoined with his reputation. And not to mention, there's some other outside things that don't really involve football, not anything that's troubling or anything that gets him in trouble, but it's just outside things. Like, people want to feel like their franchise quarterback is just dialed in and focused on being the best quarterback they can possibly be for a franchise. They're paying you a bunch of money and they expect for you to perform at a high level. And I just think that at this point, I don't feel like Anthony Richardson has done enough in the eyes of Shane Steichen or GM Chris Ballard for them to feel like Anthony Richardson has the capability of helping them maintain their jobs. So they went with Daniel Jones. Now, I'm not saying that Daniel Jones is going to shock the world. He does have an opportunity to resurrect his career, and it's not out of the realm of possibility. Sometimes guys just need a change of scenery. New York is a completely different beast. The media are sharks. They sense blood in the water. They are going to pounce. And not to mention, the fans, they demand excellence from every sports team that is affiliated with the state of New York, with the city, etc. So you have to perform at a high level. And sometimes some players aren't built to last in New York. They don't have the mental toughness. Everybody is not going to be Eli Manning, where things just roll off you like water off a duck's back. You got to be made of the right stuff. And maybe a change of scenery could help Daniel Jones. We've seen a change of scenery help Sam Darnold, where he left the Jets. I mean, he moved around a little bit, but he found a home in Minnesota and he was able to resurrect his career so much. He got himself paid in Seattle, and now he's their starting quarterback. So Daniel Jones is trying to do the same thing. I don't want to just give up on guys. I just think that sometimes we're so quick to just give up on players. I feel like Daniel Jones deserves the right to put right what once went wrong in his career. But Anthony Richardson also deserves that as well. Now, this isn't the end of the career of Anthony Richardson. I just think that this has a lot to do with the head coach and general manager feeling the pressure. But Anthony Richardson has got to improve. He has got to go into the lab and become a student of the game. And the little holes that he has in his game, he has got to patch up. He will get another opportunity, whether it's with the Indianapolis Colts or it's with another team, because he's young, he's talented, he's super athletic. And if he can get with the right coach or in the right situation, he indeed can give you a return on your investment. But Daniel Jones is going to be the starting quarterback for how long? Who knows? And that's another reason why Anthony Richardson has got to get better. Take this opportunity to sense this chip on your shoulder, acknowledge the chip on your shoulder, and find ways to become a better version of yourself. We have seen quarterbacks who have been left for dead resurrect and rise like a phoenix out of the ashes. Can Anthony Richardson be one of those quarterbacks? I think that he's talented enough, but it's up to Anthony Richardson to live up to that potential that everybody felt he had coming out of the University of Florida.